So you share what's in it for them. And what's in it for them is not saving some money. It's setting them up to get their energy bill for free, to earn a couple of $100, or sky's the limit. And that's why people will try the service out to do you the favor and help you out, and they'll stay for that benefit. So when I talk about the opportunity, here's how I talk about it. You have right now the opportunity to choose, and this is all I'm going to ask you. Raise your hand if you pay an electric bill and plan to continue to pay it month after month. For real. Okay, so we can agree it's a recurring debt in our life, right? Yes? Yes? We are offering you the chance to take that recurring debt and turn it into an income-producing asset. That's the offer. You choose North American Power as your electric provider, as your electricity and, in this market, natural gas provider. And we're going to take that bill that you already pay anyway and turn it into an income-producing asset. North American Power is going to provide you with competitive rates. What does that mean? Competitive. Not promising that we're going to be the cheapest, and we will not be the highest. We'll be in the strike zone. Here's why you should become our customer. And obviously, I've already given you my reason why in the conversation. So here's why you should do it. We are the company that will offer you the following. Number one, would you like to have your electric bill paid for by your electric company? It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
We'll offer that to you. Would you be interested in getting paid money, cash, for referring some customers to us?
Yes.
And ultimately, would you have any interest in having North American Power send you enough money to knock out your car payment, your mortgage payment, and basically start taking care of other bills besides your electric bill? Because that's what we're going to offer you. Here's the deal. As a customer of North American Power, is it possible that you know, out of all the people you've had a relationship with, is there a possibility that you know 5 other people who pay an electric bill and want money, need money? Because we're going to talk to 50, 60, 70 people. You get 5 within your first 30 days, we're going to pay you $100. Are you rich? Who'd take the $100 though? It's an IQ test. It's one question. It's pass-fail. Thank you, my friend. Someone say that's not enough money. Let's go get 10 customers in your first month. We'll give you $200. Someone say it's not enough money. Let's get 15 customers, and we'll give you $300. Is that okay? Could you do something with that $300? That's what you'll get from us for becoming our customer and referring 15 customers within your first 30 days. Someone say it's still not enough money. Refer 30 customers in your first 30 days, we'll give you another $1,000. That's $1,300 in 30 days for doing what? How much did you invest to get started? No, really, how much did it cost you to start this business? Yeah, we're going to give you $50. I don't even talk about that. But you get a business for nothing. What do you have to do to qualify your business? Become our customer. And go out there and truly just refer 30 other customers. Do any of those people have to invest money? No. What do they have to do? Become a customer. And when they say yes to become a customer, Michael, what do they get? They get $50 too, just for trying this out. But guess what we're going to offer each of those 30 people? Same thing we're offering you. So we're just looking for some people that pay an electric bill and might like some money. And by the way, in getting those 30 customers in 30 days, not only did you get $1,300, we'll pay your electric bill. We will take the average of those 30 customers. We will take the average of the highest 20. Hear what I just said? Average of the highest 20. And whatever their bill is, we'll credit that to you. The top 20. We don't take the low 20, the top 20. God bless you. Not the first 20, the highest 20. Is that a pretty good deal? Yes. But watch this. How many of you know a lazy person? If you don't raise your hand, I'm going to tell you I'm looking at lazy people. Here's where I differ from everybody else in the industry. I'm not going to stand here and lie to you and say that everybody's going to go out there and get 30 people. Why? Because people are lazy. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you everybody's going to go out there and get 15. Why? Because they're lazy. Could you get 30? Yes. Could you get 15? Yes. Could you get 10? Yes. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Everybody, say everybody, could get 5. You might have to nudge them a little bit, but you could get 5 in 2 hours if you needed to. So my point here is while we're going to offer them to get as many as they want, for this argument here, can we all agree that you could absolutely get 5 within your first 30 days? Is it possible that after talking to as many people as you have to, we could find 5 that absolutely without question want their electric bill for free, want $1,300, are in need of some money? Because again, we're going to say sky's the limit. We're going to entice them with free energy and $1,300 and everything else. But ultimately, what do I think each of those 5 people will do? I think they're going to be lazy. I think they're going to lie to themselves and to you. And they will not achieve 30, 20, 15, or 10. But I also know, and I want you to agree or disagree, that we could get every one of them to get 5 in their first 30 days if we invested the time to help them. Is that fair enough? Yes. What part of the equation do I add that most people don't? If we invest the time. See, the mistake in this industry is I hear leaders talk about, oh, I told him to do it. You know what, I have a 6-year-old and I tell him to do an awful lot of stuff. But you know what happens? Sorry, Dad. Now, whose business are we talking about here? Yours. So I'm asking you, is it worth the investment of your time to make sure those 5 get their 5? It's your call because it is an investment of your time. However, I think it's worth it. Now, in addition to those 5 getting their 5, which means you'll have how many people in your second month? You've also set an example. And I need to stress this because this is, again, something that is completely lost on everyone. I want you to understand you are always, always, at all times, setting an example. It's just a matter of is it a good one or a bad one. And most people don't differentiate that. They just think, oh, I want to set a good example. Well, you better set a good example because if you don't, you're also setting a bad example. But we don't pay attention to that. That's the challenge here. Whatever you do with these 5, they're going to do with their 5. And I'll let you in on a little hint. You might still be helping them to get their 5. Why? Whose business is it? It's yours. Now let me show you why you may want to invest this additional time to make sure it happens. Because these 25 customers are all going to be taught, instructed, supported, assisted, and guided to do what in their first 30 days? We're going to talk to them about free energy. We're going to talk to them about making $1,300. We're going to talk to them about all that stuff. But we're going to make sure they get their 5. What's 25 times 5? 125. And here's what each leg looks like. This is important to understand. It's 1 getting 5, right? And then it's 5 getting 5, which is 25. So you have 5 different teams of 25 plus 5 plus 1, which is 31. Now understand, the total customer base is 150 customers. Someone say big deal. Big deal. That's not a huge group, is it? No. That's not a lot of people. It really is not a lot of people. But you know what that's worth to you? You have 5, you help them get their 5, and then you made sure that they help them get their 5. You're going to earn a $500 bonus because you have earned the rank of manager, which is 3 teams of 10 customers. You also have earned a second $500 because you also have hit senior manager, which is 3 teams of 25 customers. But something really cool happened. Because of the way this grew to 5 teams of 31, you also hit director, which is when you've got 5 teams of 25 customers. And because you did it within 3 months, which is within 90 days, we double that bonus. So someone do the math for me. 1,500 plus 1,500. 3,000 plus 500. 3,500 plus 500. 4,000 plus 100. I asked you to do a certain amount of work for 90 days. I said, invest your time into this business. Is it worth $4,100? You don't have to say yes. You have to say yes or no. You can't look at me like I'm talking Chinese. Is it worth $4,100 to take the time to get at least 5, to invest the time to help them get their 5, and then to make sure that they're helping their 5 to get their 5 in those first 90 days?
Yes.
$4 grand worth it?
Yes.
Okay. This is the important part of the equation. You are not just starting any old business. You are starting a business that takes advantage of a huge, very little incorporated wealth building principle called incorporating the efforts of other people. You probably taught to 30, 40, 50 people that first month, right? So that was your efforts. You helped those 5 go out there and talk to 30, 40, 50 people to get their 5. Again, your efforts. You're also assisting to make sure that it stays in motion. So for 90 days, who put a lot of effort out? Were you falling asleep? Who put a lot of effort out? You did. But in the 4th month, is it safe to say that you probably don't know most of those 125? But because you established a strong example, what are those 125 being taught? What are they being taught? Don't say same thing. What are they being taught to do? These people were taught to help them, and these people were taught to go get what? At least 5. They all got offered free energy. They all got offered $1,300. They all got offered, but they were told you got to at least get 5, right? Well, what's 5 times 125? And over here with this little group, what's 25 times 5? 125. So now each group has 156 customers. 156 customers. You have 5 teams with more than 100 customers, which means you now hold the position of what? Area director. Which means you have also surpassed a position called senior director. And as a senior director, we pay you a $2,500 bonus. Because you earned it within 120 days, we double it. What's 2,500 plus 2,500? 5 grand plus 4,100? $9,100. Are you rich? Should you quit your job? But how much work did you do in that 4th month, honestly? You might have been involved a little bit, but for the most part, were you more like in an overseeing capacity, kind of a supervisory role? And you got an extra 5 grand. So who likes the idea of incorporating the efforts of other people? It's a 1-question IQ test. If you don't raise your hand, you're in the wrong room. You need to be at IHOP. Because I'm going to get hungry later and I'll let you wait on me. And then you can get paid for your efforts. How's that? Incorporating the efforts of other people is how you get ahead. When you get paid for only your efforts, You are trapped, and this is the lie. Even the highest paying occupations, for the most part, you're trapped. Who knows a successful attorney or doctor or accountant or whatever? They make a lot of money when they're what? Working. Talk to a brain surgeon. You make a lot of money for doing what? Brain surgery. But take a month off and go to Cancun. Don't do any surgeries. Guess how much money you will earn? Nothing. You could be smart and bring another doctor or two into your practice while you're gone, but guess what you have to do? You have to pay them. And you have to take on more insurance and liability in case they mess up. Who likes the idea of I didn't pay anything, I don't have to pay anyone, and they make me more money? That's why we do this. That's why we do this. Is it starting to make sense why you should choose North American Power over XYZ energy supplier? Yes. If we sent you $9,100 in 4 months, would that cover your electric bill? Yes. For the year? Yes. Or 2? Yes. If you have a $300 a month electric bill, times 12, how much is that? $3,600. Times 2? 70. We've paid your electric bill for 2 years. Oh, I don't know if the rate's any good. Shut up. Do you understand that? Seriously. If you stay focused on the rates, you can stay broke. If you think like an entrepreneur and you expand your scope of understanding, you can actually become financially independent and potentially wealthy. But I'm saying that's not even wealthy. That's just smarter than a dumb consumer. It's allowing a recurring debt to become an income-producing asset. Because what is the bill here? It's your qualification for business. You were going to pay it anyway. Now when you pay it, it provides real value. Does that make sense? But someone said it's still not enough, it's not enough money. You're right, it's not enough money. I will show you some more money. Watch this. Without doing more work. Because here's the question. Yes, I'm very handy.
Yeah, that was handy.
You have set a good example, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
You have invested the time to make sure your business was running the right way. Now, 625 customers joined North American Power, bought into the concept. What are they hoping to achieve? Free energy. $1,300. At least $200 or $300 their first month, right? So that's what their goals are. That's what they're shooting for. But what do we know for a fact they can do with a little help? 5. So in the 5th month, 625, each getting 5. 3,125. And I pause here for a second because this is where people start to go, oh, that'll never happen. That's so many people. I've seen that stuff before. How much work does any one person do? It's not a trick question. How much work does any one person do?
A little.
A little. What are we asking each person to do?
Get 5.
Get 5 and help. You already forgot. And help them get their 5. Once you start saying get 5 and then shut down, you will fail. Why do I never ever fail to say and help them to get 5? Because I'm technically competent. I know what happens when you don't cross the right wires. Right? Get your 5 and that's what everyone is being taught to do. And that's what everyone can do given the right incentive. Now, you've already earned $9,000, right? So what's the incentive for all these people to get their 5? What are these 5 people looking for?
5.
See, they already got their $4,000. They're looking for the other 5. These 25 are looking to get their 4. Do you get the message here?
Yes.
See, unlike other networks where at this point everyone's complaining that they lost $500, It doesn't work. My friends won't call me back. I'm not invited to anyone's house anymore. Yes or no? Isn't that what happens when people get involved in network marketing opportunities? Unlike all that, you're telling everybody, it works. I made $9,000. They're saying, he's right. I made $4,000. What are these people saying? Let's get our 5, because I want my 4. Yes or no?
Yes.
You get 30 people helping to go out there and keep everyone stimulated. You can't do it by yourself. But they got a taste, and they got a taste. You guys get that?
Yes.
So these people all have help and incentive and motivation and stimulation and inspiration to make sure they get their 5. They just want $100. That's all they want. I told you guys, if you don't have fun doing this, you're doing it wrong. So these 3,125 customers come into the business. Why did they choose North American Power? Because they need money. They need money. They said, don't pay me to refer, show me how to do it. Now when those 3,125 customers come in, you have already earned the position of area director, haven't you? As an area director, you're entitled to up to $8 for every single customer that comes in. But I'm just going to talk about the area director 5. And because I'm ultra conservative, and even though this will not happen, I'm going to pretend that half of them came in underneath another area director. Can't happen, but I'm going to pretend it does. Because I like to lowball the numbers, okay? So if you took 5 and said half of them are at $5 and the other half are at area director 2, $3, what's the median between 5 plus 3 divided by 2?
4.
Y'all got 4, right? Y'all look at me. I don't do math. What's 3,125 times $4? $12,500. What did you already earn? 91. For a 5-month total of $21,600. Now I'm going to ask you guys a question seriously. Would that be worth the next 5 months of putting some time in?
Yes.
It's your decision. I mean, you decide whether or not it is. But what did it cost you to get started? How much money do you have to pay each month to stay qualified?
20.
You don't have to pay anything, just pay your bill, what you're going to do anyway, right? Did you have to invest some time?
Yes.
I'm going to go, again, I go conservative with the numbers, and I'm going to go high with the effort. We're talking about 5 months. Would you commit to 30 to 60 minutes per day for the next 5 months if it meant $21,000?
Yes.
For real, would you do it?
Yes.
Because you'd have to put a consistent effort. Like I said, I'm way highballing that because you're probably in these last 2 months not investing nearly as much time as you did the first couple of months. But here's what I'm trying to say to you. It's all about risk reward. It's all about value. Now here's the best part. Do you like the idea of incorporating the efforts of other people?
Yes.
Because now I'm going to give you the second most important wealth building principle. It's called residual income. Getting paid when you no longer work. Again, we talked about a doctor, an attorney, an accountant, someone who had a professional practice not being able to get paid when they're not there unless they incorporated the efforts of other people, which cost them money. How many of you would like to get paid whether you worked again? If you never worked again, there's a gentleman in the room that I won't ask him unless he would like to volunteer this, that I know for a fact worked very hard the first 1.5 years we worked together. Worked extremely hard, was diligent. And now in his presence, I'm going to say, has become a little bit lazy. In that the past year, he's taken, I'm going to say, at least 10 full week vacations. Is it slightly higher than 10? So in the last 52 weeks, how many week-long vacations have you enjoyed?
16.
Here's what I'm saying now. Listen to me for a second. Worked very hard the first year and a half, 2 years. In fact, I think I told him stop taking vacation. Didn't I?
There was a time, yes.
Which for a while you did. You listened. You didn't take vacation. You stayed focused. But it was because I wanted him to be free long term, not enjoying little vacations here or there. Without divulging your income, because I wouldn't do that to you, is it safe to say that in your last 52 weeks of laziness, compared to the first 2 years of hard work, you've earned more in the last 52 weeks than you did the previous 2?
No question. And it'll more than double this year with the laziness in place.
Like, I'm not speaking derogatorily, I'm speaking the truth.
John, I'm proud of it. That's why we got in this business. Like Brad Tail said, get in to get out.
He is working less in the 3rd year than he did the first 2 years. And he's earned more in the 3rd year than the first 2 years combined. Does anyone like the concept?
I love that concept.
It's incorporating the efforts of other people and say and benefiting from residual income. Because these 3,125 customers all chose North American Power for a reason. And it wasn't the cheapest rates. Why did they choose North American Power? Because they want money. Stop trying to sugarcoat this. Who in this room knows people that need money right now in this economy? Need money. Need money. This is how you know. They'll say things like this. What are the rates? If you're saying what are the rates, you're saying I'm broke.
Yeah.
No rich person cares about the rates. They don't. They have more important things to focus on. If they notice their bill doubled, they'll get angry, but they don't pinch pennies. They look for ways to expand income and revenue. These people are choosing North American Power because they get the value proposition. Someone said, choose North American Power, and you can get your energy bill paid for by North American Power. If you refer a handful of customers, they'll pay $100, $200, $300. They'll give you $1,300 in your first month. That's why people are saying yes to North American Power. So these 3,125 people are all being taught to do what? Same thing as what, though?
Get
Get at least 5 people and help them get their 5. And now, you made your 12,000. What did these 5 make? 9,000. What did these 25 make? 4,000. What are they telling all these people? It works. Just shut up and do it. Just shut up and do it. Just seriously, just shut up and do it. Help these people. It works. I got paid. Do you understand when 30 people can show I got paid? And these 125 are intimately involved. They know. So guess what they're saying? Let's get to work. Because when they get their 5, what happens to those 125? Cha-ching, they get their 4 grand. So there's a huge movement towards what? Towards wealth and away from poverty. Do you understand that's the way we should be moving? That there are some people holding on for dear life to poverty? I like my electric. Shut up. Let go. Become free. But they won't do it until someone sets the example. Does that make sense? Someone proves it. So what happens here is in the 6th month, 3,125 people all shoot for the moon. They want 30, they want 20, they want 15, they want 10. But what do we know they're going to get?
5.
And why are they going to get those 5?
We're gonna help.
Because there's an awful lot of people going to force the support necessary. That becomes different than offering support, isn't it? Offering support is nice. Forcing that support gets the job done. Why will these people force the support? Because they now know it's worth doing. So 3,125 times 5? 15,625 brand new customers and you will, on your 6th level, earn a minimum of 50 cents. You could be earning $1, but you'll be earning at least 50 cents. So what's 15,625 cut in half? I'm just going to call it 7,500. It'll be more. It would be more, but I'm just going to call it 7,500. What's 7,500 times 12? It's $90,000. Who in this room, I don't care what you earn, I don't care what you do for a living, what you earn. If your job, Monday, tomorrow morning, said, we give you an option, we need to lay some people off, we don't want you to come back, you're not in trouble, we will give you $90,000 a year to stay home. Raise your hand if you say thank you. I'm not kidding. I mean, this is what we're offering here. If your job said we've got to cut overhead, we need to lower all of our expenses, we got to get rid of half the people, but we love you, so we want to still pay you. We will give you 90 grand to stay home.
Wow.
Who would take that? What if you were earning 150 at your job, though? I mean, you guys be like, I'll trade 150 for going for 90 to stay home. Raise your hand if you do that.
Sure.
That's why we choose North American Power. Because that now becomes a residual income every month for the life of those customers. Now here's the neat thing that I'm not even going to factor this in. Do you suppose at any point along the way, with all this success, you might be adding people? Because I kept it static at 5 getting 5, didn't I?
Yes.
Has anyone ever seen something like this before?
No.
Has anyone ever been exposed to or involved with any type of a home-based business prior to right this minute?
Yes.
So has anyone ever seen a clown draw something on a board like this? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How did it work out for you?
Back.
I'm here.
Here's why we're different. In, say, every other. In every other program out there, here's the difference. These people are being asked to do unnatural things.
Oh, yeah.
They're being asked, hey, $300, $400, $500 to join us. Why? Well, because that's how it works. Well, that's why it doesn't work, because it's difficult for people to go get their friends and family to come out of pocket for $300, $400, $500. Has anyone ever seen one higher than that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There are people in your city that are recruited into juice companies, weight loss shake companies, magic coffee bean companies, where they're being asked to invest $1,000 to $1,500 to start. And they're doing it. You know why? Because they need money. Because they need money. This doesn't work if these people have to be talented enough to get people to give them money. This works because you don't need any talent. Say no talent.
No
talent.
No talent.
No talent.
If you can communicate, I pay a bill, I pay a bill, I pay a bill, and this company will pay me money to promote it.
Pay me money to promote it.
That's all we do. We choose to support North American Power as a customer and promote North American Power as a business opportunity. How simple is that? How much is it going to cost me? Nothing. Thanks for asking. See the difference?
Yes.
Who in this room thinks that's worth 6 months of effort? That's 21 grand in 5 months, and then $7,000 to $10,000 a month for the life of those customers. Is it worth doing?
Yes.